Hi, good day everyone, especially to our language professor, Dr. Mardi E. Bukhan. I am Beverly Love M. Rebosora, one of the students in Master of Arts in English Language Teaching, and today I will be presenting to you my research proposal titled Validation of Teacher-Made Instructional Media Employed at a Time of Pandemic. Let us have the introduction. Education during the time of pandemic challenged the curriculum developers in coming up with effective and efficient modalities to support students' learning without compromising the quality of education. According to the DepEd Order number 0180 of 2020, to respond to the public health emergency, a basic education learning continuity plan was developed to ensure that learning opportunities are safely provided to our learners through different learning delivery. Now that we are still in hybrid modality, teacher-made instructional media are very useful in supporting students' learning performance, helping them in processing core contents and memory recall. The study attempts to explore and validate teacher-made instructional media, which will then serve as a supplementary material which can be utilized. In a study conducted by Mendoza et al. In 2015, students perceived video presentations as highly effective for learning, and the academic level of these students affect their perceptions of the effectiveness of video presentations. Validating teacher made media is generally imperative in the field of education, and these instructional videos will allow a more comprehensive discussion on the considerations of content, assessment, and student performance, as these will serve as a good method in assisting students' learning in and outside the portals of the school. The study wanted to support independent learning, especially since we are now embracing a new kind of modality. The conceptual framework. Teacher made instructional media can be useful in enhancing the quality of education given to students. With the consideration of the validity level, students' performance, and extent of applicability, there is no doubt this instructional media would become effective enough to be utilized by students and teachers in their respective classes. In this study, the validity level of teacher made instructional media is described in terms of objectives, content, assessment, and outcome, visual quality, and audio quality. These features are the key components in making sure that the instructional media contain the necessary criterion for it to be proven effective. It also seeks to know the performance of the students before and after the application of instructional media, as well as its usability and effectiveness. The main objective of this study is to validate the teacher-made instructional media employed at the time of the pandemic, specifically answering the following questions. First, determine the validation level of the teacher-made instructional media in terms of objective, content, assessment, outcome, visual quality, and audio quality. Second, determine the mean percentages performance of the students in pre-test and post-test scores. And third, determine the significant difference between the performance of the students before and after utilizing the recorded video as instructional material. For the research design, this study will use a descriptive survey and quasi-experimental method of research with the following phase. First, validation of the developed instructional media by the teacher respondents with the following criteria: A, objective; B, content; C, assessment and outcome; D, visual quality; and E, audio quality. And second, validation of the instructional media using the result in the pre-test and post-test scores among the selected senior high school students of San Antonio School. The respondents of this study will be coming from the selected senior high school students of San Antonio School. And in determining the acceptability of the material, teacher validators must be a doctor of education, has at least 5 years of teaching experience, and lastly, must be someone who has produced or made learning and teaching modules. The research instrument. For the pre-test and post-test questionnaires, the researcher will gather the textbooks with the most essential learning competencies, which will serve as references and the recorded video. A 20-item multiple choice test will also be developed and will be given to the students as their pre-test and post-test. Perhaps the researcher will utilize a validation form to be given to the said teacher validators. These steps in the development and validation of the instructional media will be anchored from the ICSDR, or Identify, Conceptualize, Connect, Storyboard, Develop, Review, Reflect, Revise model. For the data gathering procedure, the study will adopt the Plan, Do, Check, Act, or the PDCA approach popularized by Dr. W. Edwards Deming. For the plan, The researcher will write a letter to the school principal, have an interview with some of the teachers and students, analyze the answers of the said interview, identify the teacher validators in the nearby district or even in the region. For the do, give and show the teacher made instructional media to the validators. Teacher validators validation of the said instructional media, conduct the pre-test and also the post-test. For the check, ask feedback from the students, assess students' performance, know the teacher validators' evaluation of the teacher made instructional media, figure out the extent of applicability of the instructional media, and analyze the gathered data. And lastly, for the act, revision of the teacher made instructional media and the production of the said teaching tool. The gathered data will be analyzed using the following statistical treatments. First, correlation coefficient. This will be used in order to verify the validity level of the teacher-made instructional media in terms of objective, content assessment, outcome visual quality, and audio quality. Second, arithmetic mean. This will be used to determine the mean percentage performance of the students in pre-test and post-test scores. And lastly, ANOVA test. This method will be used in order to know the significant difference between performance of the students before and after utilizing the recorded video as instructional material. And I think that will be all for my research proposal. Here are the references to my study. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.